Hey guys, Jonathan here with Florida Turf Pros. I, like you, I'm sure, I did not get into the lawn care industry and push all my chips in to start this business, to barely get by, and then to just go through the motions and trudge through it and just grind through it and hate things about the business and just figure like, okay, well, this is just the way it is, so I'm just going to deal with it. That's bullcrap. No, that's not why I started this business. I started this business to make a lot of money, to have more free time on my hands, to call my own shots. That's the reason that I started this business. I wanted more time with my family, and I wanted to be able to control those things and not let the business control me. So if anybody ever tells you that you just have to go through the motions with just grinding stuff out day after day, that's bullcrap, all right? That's a trap. That's the way you're going to get burned out. And that's a way to absolutely hate your business in a few years, okay? I want to tell you some of the things that I did that really, really worked for me. At the end of 2016, there were just some things that I absolutely hated about our lawn business. That was my first full year in business. Just so y'all know, we've been in business 2 years full-time. This is our third season, 2018. That'll be full-time for me. But we've certainly been very blessed. But at the end of 2016, you know, even as good as that year was, I just realized very quickly that, like, look, if this is going to be sustainable long-term, there are some things that I need to change about my business. And I literally sat down on my computer and I made a list of things I hated about the lawn care business. I still have that document on my computer to this day. It's on my desktop. And I go back and I look at it. Because I'm very, very proud because I changed every single one of those things in 2017. So in 2016, the end of the season, I made a list of things I hated, and then I implemented the changes in 2017. And last year, guys, it was 100% better. You know, again, as good as 2016 was, last year was 110% better. I just fixed a lot of the things that were bugging me in the prior year. So here were the items. I hated slow and no paying customers. That was 1. I hated push mowing yards. That was 2. I hated very, very big properties, like anything over like 2 acres. I hated doing that. I hated getting rained out, you know, having to juggle your schedule and working through weekends and figuring out and constantly fighting the weather. I hated that. I hated hauling around hedge trimming debris and crap in the truck whenever we were out working. You have your mowers in the trailer and stuff, then you're just hauling limbs. I hated that part. And then I hated having to go to the dump. I hated going to the dump. You're like, well, Jonathan, that's just part of the lawn business. Well, maybe, but maybe there's a way to fix all of that. And there was, and I don't do any of that anymore. And I love my business 100% more than I did the prior year. So what did we do about the slow and no paying customers? I fired everybody who ever gave me grief on paying, as in that they paid late. And then everybody who came on board with this new was credit card on file. So now my business is about 90% credit card on file, and I still have about 10% of people who were originally with us who were grandfathered in, and they pay their bill like clockwork, no problem. So immediately, just by implementing that, I completely fixed that problem right there. It was scary to do it, but in hindsight, that's probably single-handedly the best thing that I've done for my business is switching to credit cards on file. The second thing was hated big properties. We just weren't set up early in our season, you know, or early in our lifetime as a business to handle big properties. We didn't have the manpower or the equipment to do those properties correctly. I was trying to focus on a certain type lawn, but in the beginning, you know, you kind of take everything just to get yourself going. And I very quickly got rid of those big properties at the end of 2016 because we really weren't set up for it. My profit margins increased, and I just enjoyed the work so much more, not having to dread going to those properties. The third thing with push mowing, like, I hated push mowing yards. Like, I didn't want to push mow yards, and therefore I didn't want to ask any of my employees to get out there and push mow yards. You know, if a mower would not get through the back gate, you know, if we have a 36-inch standard and it doesn't get through your back gate, then, you know, sorry, you know, we're not the company for you because we don't carry push mowers on our rig. And so, Jonathan, you're a lawn care company. You have to have a push mower. No, we don't. We don't run push mowers. We have a 52-inch and a 36-inch, and that's it. And if that doesn't do it, if we can't weed eat a small hill for you, then we're just not your company, okay? So we got rid of all of our push mowing clients, and that was about 7 or 8 clients. And guys, keep in mind, you know, you say her 7 or 8, you're like, well, that's not that much. Well, in the beginning, you know, when you only have 50 clients, well, that's a lot, you know, and my wife's looking at me like I'm crazy. But I just knew that if I stuck to this and kept pushing, that I would get this figured out. So I fixed that issue in the business. And then rain delays. You know, we were working some Fridays and stuff, and they're inevitably in our area, we just got so much rain, and you're going to be working through the weekend. And I was like, you know what? We're gonna fix that issue in the business. So we just mowed Monday through Thursday, and then left Friday, Saturday, and Sunday wide open for rain delays and special projects. And that solved it. You know, that absolutely solved it. We don't overbook ourselves. We mow Monday through Thursday, and whenever we get rain and everybody else in our area is scrambling, you know, the lawn care companies, because they got work, you know, booked out 5 and 6 days a week. When it rains, it's like the world is burning around them. Me, I don't even care, because I know we have plenty of days to get it done, and it's just like, whatever, we will get it done because we have margin in our schedule to get it done, okay? Yes, it still is frustrating fighting the rain here and there, but whenever you have built-in days to take care of that, just the peace of mind that it gives you, it's just, you're no longer stressed when you look at the weather, you know, and see that there's 2 or 3 days straight of rain, because you have 3 days wide open. You're like, well, Jonathan, you're leaving so much revenue on the table by not working on Friday, you know, or not working on Saturday and booking out work. Well, you know, my answer to that is, well, I did not start a lawn business just for revenue. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm in this thing to make a lot of money, and that is a primary goal of mine, is to build a big business that generates a lot of revenue. But if I can do that Monday through Thursday, that's exactly what I'm going to do, and leave that other portion open, again, to make up work as needed. Another portion of that, and I'm going to hang on this for a little bit longer with the rain delays and working 4 days a week and leaving 3 open. Another portion of leaving 3 days open is like, again, I started this lawn business, you know, to not only make a lot of money, but to control my life, you know, to be able to have time off with my family, to be able to go to my kids' events and stuff, and juggle all that stuff. And that was just as important to me as making a lot of money. Like, making money, that's just a small piece of the pie for me, and the reason that I got into this industry. And leaving myself some margin in my life to be able to do the things that I enjoy on the weekends. I've had a couple buddies like, man, I don't know why you don't, you know, put more work on the schedule, you know. And it's like, well, you know, we do. We put that work on the schedule. We just put it on Monday through Thursday, and we just run more crews and leave those extra days open for my personal time, for my crew's personal time, for just margin in your schedule, man. If you book yourself out all the time, you're asking for trouble, especially here in the South. And then, you know, hedge trimming, I figured out a solution for not having to go to the dump. I got in touch with somebody who lets me literally drive a mile and a half away, not even a mile and a half away, on a big plot of land back there. I can just dump back there, no problem at all. And then we carry hedge trimmings in a dedicated truck. Now, I don't put that stuff in with our mowers. We run that on Fridays, like we have hedge trimming jobs, special projects. All that is done with a dedicated truck and trailer. We're not carrying that crap around in our mowing rig anymore, you know. And that's how we boost revenue some on Fridays. But my point in this video is this: you know, during the spring, it's very easy to have all this work coming in and all these estimates, and you can get yourself so caught up with grinding and just going through the motions. And I'm going to tell you, man, that's not why I got into this. I didn't get into this to just grind and go through the motions and grind and go through the motions and grind and go. I didn't do that, man. I wanted more for my business. I wanted to be able to dissect the things that I wanted to do for myself and make my business work for me, and make my business work for me and my lifestyle. You know, if you want to work 6 or 7 days a week, I mean, that's great, you know. But for me, I don't want to work 6 or 7 days a week, man. I want to work 4 days a week, and I want to do other things that I want to do 3 days a week. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I want to make a lot of money during those four days, and we do. But I leave myself margin because I started the lawn business for a lot of other reasons other than just making money. And again, revenue is just one small piece of that, okay? So the advice that I'd like to give you in this video is just, I know we're in the spring season right now, but it's never too late to rethink everything. It's not. If there's something that is screwing you up right now in your business that you absolutely hate, all you have to do is put it on paper and come up with a solution, and then more importantly, implement that solution. It might be scary to do it first, but I'm telling you, man, whenever you look back on it in hindsight, you're just like, why did I not do that from the beginning? Like, what was I so scared about, you know? I don't want to just grind and grind and grind, guys. I want to call the shots, and I want to take a proactive role in making my business the way I want my business. And I'm sure everybody else has a similar mindset, but I just want to encourage you to do those things that are going to improve your business and make your life better. Again, it's not all about revenue. There's other things that are important in your business. I would like to encourage you, figure out what it takes to make your business work for you, and more importantly, implement those things. Good luck. God bless.